What is up, bench warmers? We are doing the NFC West. Third place in the division, Arizona Cardinals. Now, I said this in my previous videos. I redid this. I had the Cardinals actually almost taking the division, but I kind of pulled back a bit because I took into consideration the fact there hasn't been a training camp yet to this date. There won't be for a while. Deandre Hopkins might not make a huge impact until maybe after 4 games because he is not getting much practice with this team. Now, he's arguably the best receiver in the game. I still think, talent-wise, it's Julio. That's another thing. I'll do a top 5 wide receivers one day. That's not a bad idea. Might do that after this. But I digress. Arizona Cardinals. You already know how I do these videos, so I'm just going to get into it. The Arizona Cardinals won the offseason. They freaking won. And depending on what happens this year, and by that I mean since my Seahawks video has been recorded, they have been in talks of possibly signing Antonio Brown. And that's not going to change my prediction too much. It might make them win the division over the 49ers. I think it's really close right now, but I'm not going to change my prediction because Antonio Brown is there, because their offense I have high hopes for anyways. I don't think Antonio Brown's going to, he's obviously going to add something, but he's not going to add as much as it would to the defense, which is what their problem is. Now for the Arizona Cardinals, their offense is going to be static, and their defense is solid, especially after the additions of Deandre Hopkins. Last year, the late addition of Kenyon Drake was fantastic for them. And Isaiah Simmons in the draft. They had a great offseason, free agency and draft-wise. So, with that being said, let's get into the game-by-game, 4 games at a time. Little surprising here, I have them actually, with their first loss, to the Carolina Panthers. Now, this one I kind of went back and forth about, but I still don't know exactly what to think of the Carolina Panthers, but week 1, I'm getting off track again. So, 49ers versus Cardinals. 49ers are going to be without 2 receivers, one of them being their kick returner as well. Went into that in their videos, so go watch that one for more context. Cardinals are going to be able to take this one early. They're going to be able to beat the Redskins and the Lions because Redskins and Lions. They almost beat the Lions last year, week 1. But they ended up tying that game. The Redskins aren't good. Simple as that. They're getting better very slowly, and Ron Rivera might be the one to bring them in the right direction. But with the Carolina Panthers, I think the Panthers are going to have a really good offense. I think their defense is definitely an issue. And the Panthers, I don't think they're going to take the division. I don't know if it's going to be that close. But I think they're definitely going to compete in almost every game. Next 4. What? I should really have my sheet of paper with me. It is. Okay. So, they're going to beat the Jets. Jets, I don't think their defense will be fine. Their offense is going to need a lot of work because they lost their biggest weapon in Robbie Anderson, who wasn't even that big of a weapon to begin with. He was just their only real wide receiver. Now they have Denzel Mims they got in the draft, but how big of an impact is he going to make this year? I don't think it's going to be that much. They have Le'Veon Bell that Adam Gase doesn't know how to use. They got to get a new head coach. They're going to lose to the Cowboys. Cowboys are going to be a top team in the NFC. I hate it, but look at that offense. It is built for Mike McCarthy. They are going to sign Dak to the franchise, so he is going to play. Even if it was Andy Dalton, I think they'd win this game because he's better than what people give him credit for, in my opinion. And then they're going to beat the Seahawks. It's going to be a toss-up for each division game, really, because division games are tough, and this is the toughest division in football. So Cardinals are going to take the Seahawks in the first battle. Then it's going to be an week 8 bye week, pretty good bye week. And then they're going to beat the Dolphins because Dolphins, they're not going to be the same team as last year, obviously, but they are not ready. They're going to be starting Tannehill, or not Tannehill. That was a couple years ago. They're going to be starting Fitzpatrick, different Ryan. That's why I got it confused. And they got a lot of pieces in the offseason. it's still going to take at least a year to get this put together. Next 4, starting with Week 10. Okay. Oof. So, is that really how I have it? Yes, it is. So, they're going to lose to the Bills. Bills are going to be a really good team. They're probably going to take their division. They're going to have probably the top defense. If not, it's at least like minimum top 3 defense. The Bill and Josh Allen, I think he can finally make that next step. And he has probably Stephon Diggs is his best target he's ever had. And their running game is probably going to be able to help just a little bit. But Josh Allen, I think, is going to take that next step. I'm hoping to get him in fantasy this year. They're going to be losing to the Seahawks this time. It's hard to sweep a division rival, especially when it's the Seahawks. With that offense they have right now, even without Antonio Brown, it'd be hard to do that. So it's a toss-up game. Could flip those two at either way. But Cardinals are going to lose that second round with the Seahawks. Then they're going to beat the Patriots. I think the Patriots are going to be better than what everyone else thinks this year, but they're still not going to beat the Cardinals here. Cardinals are going to be one of the powerhouses of the wild cards. The only reason they're a wild card is because of the division they're in. But then they're going to lose to the Rams. I originally had the Rams losing, like being swept by the 49ers and the Cardinals, but I just thought, no, that doesn't make sense for 2 teams to sweep them. As much as I think they're going to be pretty bad this year, it's not going to happen. I'll get into the Rams in their video, but the Cardinals are going to take, or no, the Rams are going to take this one, kind of catch them off guard a little bit. So they're at 7-5 right now. That's pretty good. Still got their playoff hopes. And then the final 4 games. Finishing 9-7. Sorry, Cardinals fans. I still think you're going to make the playoffs with this record. Just doesn't have it yet because I haven't done any other teams yet, or most of the other teams yet. But you're going to beat the Giants because the Giants aren't there yet. Joe Judge hasn't even met Daniel Jones currently as the off-season stands. Only via Zoom call. They haven't had any practices together. Giants are going to take a year to get together with this. The Eagles are going to be a good team. They're going to be competing for that division once again. I really hope they're healthy. I really like the team of the Eagles. I like their personnel. I like Carson Wentz, and I just want them to catch a break. I get that they caught a break in 2017 when they won the Super Bowl and, Big Dick Nick came along, but I want Carson Wentz specifically to succeed because I really like him, and he does not get enough love. He got plenty of it 2017 before he got hurt. He needs more of it because the dude, he's a lot better than people give him credit now. And then you're going to lose to the 49ers. You are not going to sweep the 49ers. Last year, you were so close to actually beating them both times without this monster of a team on paper. So you're definitely going to beat them at least once. I'm pretty sure you almost beat them with Brett Hundley once. But I might be thinking of that Seahawks game where you did beat them with Brett Hundley. Thank you for that one. Brett Hundley's still playing for the Packers. But then you're going to beat the Rams. Still fighting for a playoff spot. I think you're going to get it. You could definitely do better than this. So I'm going to say your floor I'm going to start with. So that would be... Yeah, your floor is 6-10. Which, it's basically last year's record. But I don't think you're getting 6-10. I just don't see that happening. Now, your ceiling, on the other hand... Yeah, I'd say 12-4 is your ceiling. That makes sense. So, 6-10 is your floor, 12-4 is your ceiling. I have you going 9-7, which is pretty much right there in the middle. So, I guess I'm being very conservative with my predictions here, but I genuinely think you're going to be... I think maybe 10-6 is fairly reasonable, even 11-5. But if you go 12-4, you're taking this division. But for now... Yep. Oh, that's 10 and 6. Which one do I not have? Ah, that one. Yeah, for now, 9 and 7 as my prediction. And next week we finish the NFC West with the last place Los Angeles Rams. I am going to rant a little bit about them in that video. So, let me know what you think in the comments below. I will see you next time.